Here is your boy John. It's my co-host Bree, and it's another City Opinion podcast. It's good, people. It's good, people. We're here. It's a new episode.
What's up? What's up?
We got some stuff to talk about. It was an interesting week. It wasn't one of the slow weeks, so we had a lot of news cover and content to talk about. But we're gonna start.
A lot of drama.
Of course, drama too. Definitely drama. The rap game is interesting. A whole bunch of stuff going on with that. But they're gonna start off with the pandemic and the shit that's been sticking with us for a year and a half now, a year and some change, and look like might still be sticking with us. But the FDA finally approved of that COVID-19 vaccine. They approved Pfizer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but the Pfizer vaccine has been approved by the FDA. And just talking about that, that was one of the things a lot of people also who were hesitant to get the vaccine shot was they would use, it hasn't been approved by the FDA yet, so I'm gonna wait for that. That's the first one to be approved. So I guess that shot has met the clearance or the qualifications to be approved. And now we have a COVID vaccine shot that is approved. I don't know if it's going to sway people or people going to stay in their stance. But Bree, turn it over.
At this point now, you won't be able to say, "Oh, it's an emergency vaccination," right? Once a vaccination gets approved by FDA, it is now approved all around, right? So how it works is the FDA tests it on certain animals or test it on certain people or themselves in the group, and then they tweak it here and there. And basically, I did some research on this because I wanted to make sure that I'm giving right information. So they do test it on some animals, test it on some people, and they tweak it. So they basically tweak whatever they need to tweak. They take some stuff out that they realize, okay, this is damaging, and then it becomes approved by the FDA. So now people can't use the excuse is an emergency vaccination because the FDA has done some studies and tweaked it. With that being said, guys, to me personally, this is really gonna step up the game of them for enforcing the vaccinations, because now people would say it was an emergency vaccination. I don't want that, but now the FDA to prove it.
That's not approved. That means that it went through all the tests that it needs to go through to be. Oh yes, you can take this shot. Also, I'm assuming for the ones for the ones that's on the fence, because it's the Pfizer's, the Johnson & Johnson. What's the other one?
Moderna.
Those are the three. It's three, right?
Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson.
So if at this point, if the other two don't get approved no time soon, I'm pretty sure we're on the fence and you was waiting for the approval. Everybody's gonna jump on the Pfizer bandwagon. Everybody's probably gonna get their Pfizer shot. But now it's just a matter of having enough Pfizer shots, because obviously now that it's approved, more people probably gonna feel much safer getting that shot, and they probably not gonna have enough shots to go around in the beginning.
So Johnny, the question here is, Johnny, are you now going to get vaccinated, right? I think at this point we've heard you say, no, I don't want to get vaccinations. No, I don't trust the government.
Listen, like I was telling you before we got on this, I'm willing to get vaccinated, but I just want to wait a certain time. All right, look, it's FDA approved, and when I was saying all my stuff, I wasn't like, I knew that, but it wasn't like a fact that I put that, hasn't even been FDA approved yet. The way I look at it is like, no, it was just too soon. It's just how I feel. It's too soon. So I'll casually, wait, but I'll eventually get it. But it's getting to the point, listen, we live in New York. I went out last Monday. They started you can't go to certain places up your vaccination card. I went out to eat. My brother celebrated my brother's birthday at a dinner. Then after that, my boy, who's also had the same birthday, and we went to the Lower East Side to the spot. And downtown, they was definitely asking for vaccine cards. So if you ain't got your shot, it's looking like you ain't gonna be able to do shit right now. It's what is gyms, movie theaters, and indoor dining slash bars. Those are
And of course, they're doing the indoor dining because winter is gonna about to hit, fall's gonna hit. Nobody's gonna want to eat outside. So what's gonna happen is the people who are not vaccinated are gonna eat inside. Are gonna eat inside. Um, Listen, I'm all for vaccinations and I'm all for pro-choice, but at the same time, guys, I mean, now you know this is FDA approved. They're gonna really try to tweak this, and they're gonna make sure that you
they're gonna
you
make
can't
sure.
use that excuse.
Yeah, I joked about that. They about to start coming to our doors and with a doctor and a needle and go give you a shot right in your crib.
Yeah, it's gonna be where like when you go to your doctor's appointments, they're going to edge it on like, oh, you need your shot, like they do for the flu. Every time I used to go to the doctor around flu season, they were like, you need that shot, and that shot hurts. I mean, COVID vaccination shot hurts way more, but
I don't like needles at all. Needles, I've never liked needles. Never. It took me some time to be able to be like, I'm getting a needle shot. Like, it's in and out, boom. But when I was younger, woo, when I was a little kid.
Well, you know what, Johnny, I'm terrified of these needles as well, right? So I went in there with my husband. I'm like, listen, we're gonna have to talk to each other. You're gonna have to like take my mind off of it. And the girl did such a good job. Like she started talking about my son and all that other stuff. And it was just like, and I was like, oh, that be done. And then, but my arm was completely sore. And I think like for a whole 2, 3, 4 days, it was like I couldn't even lift it. Like
that's crazy.
It was, and I'm telling my husband, like, listen, when we get the flu shot, it'd be bad. It'd be sore.
Nah, getting needles regardless, it's always sore.
Right, but to be sore for 5 days, he was in pain for 5 days.
Obviously you get something that's relatively new, so like the effects, that's probably just one of the side effects. Or you're all gonna be dead for a couple of days, but it'll be back. No, like
it definitely will be.
I guess as someone who wants to get a shot, you rather that than any other outcome. Oh shit, I can't move my arm for like 2 days, 3 days, but like after that I'm good versus any other outrageous side effects that could take place with all types of vaccine shots, because everybody's body is different, so everybody will have a different reaction to it.
Right.
But like I said, never rocked with needles. It took me some time. You see that needle come out, start fidgeting, like but it took me some time. Like even when the needle's really about to go in, I said, I flinched and everything. I hate needles.
Guys, that's why Johnny. That's the real reason why Johnny's not getting the COVID vaccination.
I'm at a point where I can get a needle now. It took me some time. I'm past that. I'll just sit there, just breathe. It's by the time I finish that breath, it's already in. They did what they had to do, and they take the needle right out. But that's I used to have. I'm not gonna lie, I used to be afraid of needles, hated needles, ain't trust needles. But I'm past that. Took some time, but I'm past that. And again, for those who are still on fence or don't know what they want to do, unfortunately, if you're in New York, ain't really much. They ain't giving you much choice. You gotta do what you gotta do. But if you want to wait it out, do what you gotta do. But if you're gonna wait it out, stay safe. Wear that mask. Social distance. And
let's not think that just because we're getting these vaccinations that it's
for the vaccine. The people that got the shot too, yes, they also have to wear their mask also, because they could also catch it and pass it to someone. I won't even say someone like who wants to get vaccinated but hasn't had the opportunity to get vaccinated yet, and then they could get fucked up. Can't always say that the ones that's dying is the ones that refuse the vaccination shots. Maybe they just didn't get the opportunity to get their shot yet, and they catch it before they have the opportunity to. So
let's just be cautious all the way around, guys. That's my only advice.
So now we're gonna move on to Cardi B, Lizzo dropped a track in a music video last week.
Right, rumors.
They dropped it. They dropped the song. It came out, and then believe Lizzo got all types of negative, negative comments and stuff, body shaming, and a little online bullying. It's unfortunate, but it's just uh, it's something that you really. The only way you can alter it is just not being on social media. Like you could try to block it out as much as you can, but people just live to troll and people just live to be negative. So I'm sorry that she has to go through that shit, but the only way, like people probably want to hear, but the only way to remove yourself from that is to remove yourself from the platform if you don't want to see that, or you gotta really like block it out because no matter what you do, there's millions of people that's willing to write negative foul shit. What are your thoughts on it?
I think that's. I mean, I feel like that's pushing it. I feel like it's pushing it, right? How come we don't like? To me, Lizzo is she's right a statement for the big girl. She's a statement that you can still be sexy and big, and you can
Yeah,
still
there's no knocking
dance
that. Yeah.
and be
Live your life freely,
right.
even though
I
you're a little
think
bigger. Yeah, live your life freely. Dress how you want to dress.
right.
Yeah.
Um, my whole thing is I just want to listen. I just want people to understand that your words, once you say them, there's no coming back. Do you get what I'm saying? So once you said what you say, and I get is your opinion, but once you say what you say, to me, it's you can never take those words back. You done damage somebody, right? And so Lizzo, since she's been come out, people have said some damaging shit to her. And at one point, do we say enough is enough, and we're gonna stand with Lizzo, right? So we stand with so many different things, right? We stand with people who have depression and anorexia. When are we gonna start standing with people who are big? And she loves herself. I mean, I've watched videos of Lizzo, of her eating and stuff like that. I think it's entertaining. Um, I don't understand why and Lizzo does it. It's gluttony and is ugly and nasty, but Cardi B does it, and this girl has food galore in her house, and she does an eating thing, eating challenge, and it's okay, it's cute, it's
Obviously,
Cardi B, like
the perception is different because whatever it is in our culture, or you say American culture, is that bigger people have a perception about them. So it's like and
yeah, and
it also goes into like other stuff like modeling and clothing lines. They set like a present of what a woman should look like, even though a woman should be able to look like whatever they choose to look like. But that also plays a role, and the perception of it has always been what it is. They've marketed and pushed skinnier women. So
yeah,
so
I think
in the
we
minds
also
of
have to,
everyone, you know what I'm trying to say? In the minds of everyone, it just they feel like that's the norm, and anything outside of that is different, and they don't know how to approach it unless you have a more open mind. And also, social media doesn't like that's one of the dark things of social media is the fact that people that you don't know have easier access to say whatever they want to, and you choose not to read it, but sometimes you might just see it. Like you not don't want to, but you're gonna see that certain comment that might trigger your feelings. You know.
here's my thing, okay, and I mean this. This is Lizzo's song. This is Cardi B featured on
Lizzo
Lizzo's
featuring
song.
Cardi B. Okay. Because when I read it, it just said Cardi B and Lizzo, so I wasn't too sure whose song it was.
No, it's
It was
Lizzo's
Lizzo.
song, but
Mhm.
Cardi B is featured on it. Um, and people putting down Lizzo, but this is her beat. This is her shit. She decides how she wants to dance, how she wants to dress. See, my whole thing is just the fat shaming itself. You
It sucks.
because you're fat, you can't be healthy, and that's just a stigma. and that's really a bad stigma.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've known some healthy fat people and I've known some unhealthy skinny people. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Healthy, like size wise, obviously you reach like not. I'm not trying to shame nobody. You do reach it body wise. You could reach a point where you look at a person like, I don't think that person is healthy. No, because the way the body looks and things, because that person chose to live whatever lifestyle it is. But to assume someone's like health status or whatnot based off how you feel or you may judge it or your own perception of it, you can't do that because obviously, like you said, you could be the skinniest person in the world and be healthy. You could be the fattest person in the world, be healthy, and it could be vice versa. Like it's not
But
really.
here's the thing, Johnny. If you coming out of a place from love, if you coming from a place of love, right, and you're telling that person, well, do you want to get healthy? Do you want to do this? Do you want cool? But if you come out of a place of nastiness and being judgmental and being just disgusting, then shut up and keep it moving. You have a choice to watch this person. Do people I hate going on anybody's Instagram or Facebook, right? I'm a big watcher of mukbangs, right? I love to watch people eat. That's just me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hate reading the comments of people who go onto these pages and judge these people for eating on camera. Why are you on their page, sweetie? Keep it going. Scroll. You don't like to watch it, that's
okay. You don't want to
okay.
sit there, comment, you don't have to spend your time. That's why I said it's one of the dark things of also like one of the dark things of social media is the fact that people just live to troll. They have nothing better to do. Get on social media, get on their phone, get on their computers, their laptops, tablets, and write some negative shit. It makes them feel happy. But also, Lizzo being, a little bigger, she's able to move. Like, what I'm saying? Like, she can move her body around. So it's like, you can't.
Right.
Because there's some big people that can move, and it's like they can move just as quick or agile as someone who's smaller than them. But my thing is that should show like that even though they what side that the size that they are still capable and
right.
able to function, and that means they have to be healthy because they can still move just as agile or just as good as the people who are smaller set supposed to be perceived to move faster and better because they are smaller. So
right.
This is a whole bunch of fucked up shit. But it's unfortunately, it's one of the
Lizzo,
also
keep
I
your
say
head
social
up,
media
Lizzo.
is also one of the dark things of being a celebrity. I say social media, but it's also one of the dark things of being a celebrity. It's all the negative attention everybody wants to throw on you. Like,
Right.
Best wishes to Lizzo. Keep doing your thing, killing it. Like, no matter what people say, keep being who you are. And that's the best way to do it. Like, that's the best way to do it. When motherfuckers want to be negative, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let it phase you. And strive forward. That's Lizzo. Now moving on. So Shine, who's I believe is a congressman now in Belize, had made his first trip to America in years since he's been deported. It was the whole shooting situation with Diddy was like in the late '90s. I feel like they went to trial early 2000s. Right. Like when did he get deported? Like 04, 05? Might have been a little earlier than that.
I think it was wasn't it 04?
I think it was somewhere because I know the shooting thing happened between the shooting was like 97, 98.
Yeah, he was dating J-Lo. So
when Diddy was dating J-Lo, yeah, and they had the incident in the club. That was like 97, 98. But the trial, I feel like Sean went to jail. Then he got deported. He did time, and then they deported him.
Did he? I don't think so. Did he? Did he do time and then he deported him?
No, did he do time? Sean.
I said did. I don't think Sean did time and then they deported him. I think they deported him, didn't they?
No, he did. He did jail time. They definitely put him in jail. And I think after he got out of jail, that's when they decided to deport him. December 27, 1999, the shooting at the club. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison in June 1st, 2001. Yeah, I think he got deported in '06.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh no, he was deported in '09. So yeah, so he got sentenced to 10 years in 2001, and he got deported in '09. So 80%, he was 80% almost done with his bid, and then they deported him. So he came home and then he got deported literally months later. Now he got into politics in Belize. He's like a congressman now, and he's made his first trip back to America as as a politician. He's not in the music industry no more. Um, I believe they said Diddy played a role in helping facilitate that, and now I seen a clip of because Fat Joe just recently celebrated his birthday, had like a birthday party like on some nice looking roof, and Shine made an appearance at Fat Joe's birthday party. So Shine was in New York, I believe it was New York, and yeah, so he's a politician now. So his stuff that got him in trouble and music and all that stuff is behind him now. He's on a new, different walks of life. He's a politician, so he made his first trip to America. What happened, Bree? Yeah.
I hate that storyline. I really do because I feel like Diddy made or let him take the rap for that
Like
shit.
they did the 10 years.
Right.
Well, in the situation, it was said he was defending Diddy. That's what caused the situation. He was defending Diddy.
I feel like Diddy let him take the rap. And because of that, even if he wanted a career in business, even if he wanted to stay in the rap game, he wouldn't have been able to. And so listen, I'm all for being there and being loyal, but damn, like
Look, I'm not
I
gonna
feel
say,
like does Diddy play that same role of being loyal?
obviously there was issues after the fallout of after the fallout and the incarceration. They went separate ways. And time heals all, so they was able to communicate, or they have communications now. The incident was almost 22 years ago, and then 20 years ago he was convicted, and it's been 12 years since he came out and he was deported. So a lot of time has passed, but obviously, I'm not gonna say I don't know what his role with Diddy was, but Diddy was at that time. Diddy was Diddy. Diddy was the boss. So Sean did what he did. Protected Diddy. He played his role. Obviously, he went down, and some shit happened. But he reinvented himself. He's a whole politician now, and he's able to
Does
come
that
back.
make it? Does that make it okay? See, and I wouldn't even want to come back because maybe that's not the life he wanted to live, but that was the only opportunity he was given. And I think of it like that sometimes. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he wanted to be in the rap business. Maybe he wanted to be,
No, I hear what you're
anything.
saying. Yes,
And then
maybe
he got.
he got arrested, sentenced 10 years, then he got deported literally after he came out.
And then imagine watching Diddy just live his best life. Like
Yeah, that's what I said in the beginning. There was probably some tension and some thing, but like I said, they probably had communications over the years. A lot of time has passed, and they seem like they're in a good place with each other, and they're moving forward. They're grown, which is it's positive thing to see.
yeah.
Regarding
No,
this
I get that. I'm happy that he turned his life into a positive.
because sometimes that's what it takes. It takes some fucked up shit to really sit there like, damn, shit, I'm way better than this. And then
Right.
all the stuff happened, and he's taking the right path. And what? It's maybe not be a rapper, but
Right.
he's
You
doing
don't
his
know if he
thing. He's
wanted
making an
to be.
impact on the world in a
You don't
different
know,
way.
maybe if he wanted to be a rapper, Johnny.
Maybe he did, but now it looks like he's past his rapping days. Now it's all about the politics. You know, can't really be a politician and rap. Not can't work out. Like as a day job, politician and rap at night.
Johnny.
No, I'm saying officially,
Johnny.
it's a difference
Johnny.
of you rapping
Johnny.
about certain shit.
Trump was president and he was a freaking TV host or whatever he was. Please, at this day and age, you could be a politician and still be. Kanye ran for presidency. You could be whatever you want to.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if Kanye would have made president, I'm pretty sure there would have been rules and regulations of him not being able to put out music. He would have to sacrifice.
I doubt that.
Well, it would be interesting to see, but maybe one day we'll see some shit like that. But
hell nah. Yo, the day that happens, I'm leaving.
That's gonna be the most. Whoever a rapper becomes president,
I'm leaving. I don't care. If Kanye West.
That's the album cover right there. Just him chilling in the Oval Office, doing whatever he wants.
Dude, if Kanye West.
If you become president, might be one of the greatest.
You gonna keep thinking these people you gonna have these people thinking I hate Kanye. Okay, because the way
I wasn't even talking. I said rappers in general. I didn't.
Right, but I was just giving you an example. I was just giving you an example.
But yeah,
I was giving you an example of that he could be a politician and in the damn rap music or the rap hip hop. I was giving you examples. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I heard that. It was just like I feel like. Because we never seen it before, so I know there's gonna be some rules and regulations behind that shit. Because it's like when you reach certain office, it's like obviously Trump becoming a president, he took a pay cut. He couldn't really do. He wasn't really allowed to make like certain business.
I don't think he took a pay cut.
Huh?
I don't think he took a pay cut.
No, he did. He did. He had to live basically. He had to take the presidential salary. Salary of president because they have his own you know.
I'm just saying what I'm saying to you is I'm just saying him coming back is a good thing to see, but then it's like I feel bad for him. Maybe he didn't want this like for himself. Maybe he didn't want to be a politician. And if I was him and I'm coming back and I'm watching people who I thought were my friend and I thought was this and that, and now I can't rap. I can't even live in this country due to some bullshit. I'll be down.
But it's good to see, you know, he's able to, and hopefully he has more visits and he's allowed in the know. But it seems like those days of him and those incidents way past him. I wish him the best. And it should be interesting to watch, you know. See, like, you know, sometimes the path you cut out for yourself ain't the path that you're meant to go down. And it's looking like, you know, he's on a straight path to, you know, still looking like he's successful. Now he gets to impact the world in a different way and do what he does to help better his country that he represents. Okay, now moving on. Oh, one of the most interesting news to break of the week. So, October 1st, 2021, no more sexually explicit content allowed on
Johnny, you have an OnlyFans account?
No.
Don't lie here. Don't lie here.
No, I really don't. No, I don't. I don't have
this is only gonna affect the people who go on OnlyFans to watch porno.
Yeah, no, but I'm not gonna lie.
No. OnlyFans was not created to go on there and watch people do explicit things. No. OnlyFans was created. No, Johnny. OnlyFans was created so you could get more in tune with your favorite singer or favorite rapper. It wasn't for you to go on there and watch nasty shit. Okay.
But I understand that. I completely understand what you're saying. That's not what it started out. It got hijacked, but that's what brought that company all its money, and everybody else that jumped on it made so much money off that. Is that content is what made it its money.
So does that make it? Oh,
no, they can choose what they want to do. My thing is,
you're gonna say, I know what you're gonna say, and this is what's gonna piss me off. You're gonna say, well, now their business is gonna decline. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yes.
That's some bullshit because that's not what it was made for. So why would their business?
That's what made it.
Why would their business decline if that's not what they were? The whole site wasn't created for that.
Yeah, but that's where all the money came from. No, it's like,
Johnny.
Look. Quick example. Viagra was made for something else. It was made for something else, and they noticed that it did something else. I don't know. My screen just went black. Up. I don't know why I just did that. My bad. I'm gonna get back to my point. I don't know why my screen just did that. View. What? Why is my email popping up? I do not know. Fucked up my tape. Hold up. Let me exit fuel screen real quick and handle this. I don't know why I did that. I'm back. But back to I'm back. Last time I did some stupid shit. But yeah, my take is basically look, Viagra, right? Was originally made to handle some other condition, right? That's what its intentions were. But people noticed that it had a certain side effect, which led it to become what we know as Viagra today and why people take it today. So you telling me, I understand.
Are you comparing OnlyFans to medication, Home Slice?
I'm not comparing. I'm comparing the basically the intentions of making something for this.
Nah, you comparing a medication to something that somebody created. Okay, let's cut the bullshit. OnlyFans was created to basically get in touch with your favorite artists or favorite people without them getting too personal with you. Do you get what I'm saying? And then they able to make some money and stuff like that. So I think we should have went back to what the hell it was created for. All this explicit shit that you see, if you want to go see porno, go to the porno site.
Yeah, I agree with you. You can find free porn online. But
great, Johnny.
But it's the truth though. It's the truth. You could get that for free online, but people were still making money. That's the point, right? Look, porno is free. You can find free porn online, right? But there's still people subscribing monthly to these OnlyFans pages that was promoting sexually explicit content. See how that is? Free porn. Go on Google. Go put in free porn sites. You're gonna get a list, but people were still paying for OnlyFans. I guess there was cause I've never used this. I'm guessing there was some type of interaction. You was getting that plus an interaction with the person posting the content, I guess, I don't know how the OnlyFans works, but I could see. I'm saying the only reason why I'm saying I think it's gonna die is because I only found out about it because of the content that we're talking about. I've never heard of it before then. If they're smart, they have that means if they're smart, they actually have a plan. Because look, what happened goes, OnlyFans blew up. It was all the stuff that we're talking about. But then other people went to OnlyFans and wasn't doing the sexually explicit content. They made deals with OnlyFans. So obviously there's deals in place. People still gonna have traction, but the traction that really caught everyone's attention Once you remove that, you're gonna see. Let's see. All right, starting October 1st, they said they're gonna remove it. Let's see how long they go before they start saying, all right, we can do a little PG-13. Here's a little rated R. Here's a little rated X.
I don't think they're gonna go back to that, Johnny. And
Don't think so?
I'm telling you.
You don't think they're gonna go back?
No.
You don't think so?
No. No, Johnny, because that's not what it was created for. That's not what it was created for. Listen, listen. I feel like we push things. We always want to make shit sexual, and not everything needs to be that. Why can't OnlyFans be where these kids, where adults can go and meet their favorite artists and not have the and not have to. Why, as a parent, I can't have my child go to OnlyFans and it be for what it was created for, which is so he can see his favorite artists or his favorite people on there doing their thing, not doing the thing, but doing their thing. Like I just don't understand. And this is where it comes down to, I personally didn't get on OnlyFans because of that, because it was too explicit, because it was.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it got to the point where it was like, obviously not everybody on there was doing it, but that's what it was known for. So it's like, if you did it, you could have been doing your own thing that had nothing to do with the sex part.
Listen,
I guess they're trying to clean it up. They're trying to clean it up.
OnlyFans never really intrigued me, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and they didn't intrigue me because of that.
It intrigued a lot of people.
Johnny, you're getting on my nerves.
Listen,
I'm starting to think you had an OnlyFans page.
No, I really didn't.
Who used Pain, Johnny?
I didn't subscribe to nobody's page. But my point is, obviously, also, I feel like that content and the pandemic both went hand in hand. People was in the crowd ain't had shit to do, so it was like, fuck it. I'm gonna take these pictures, do this shit, and boom, made money. A lot of people made money off that shit. The company made money. I just feel like they want to clean up the site. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We joking because that's what we knew the site to blow up for, but obviously, like you said, it wasn't created for that. That's not what that site was created for. So, but my thing is, it might be the end, it might not, but we shall see.
We shall see.
But for those who've made millions based off that content, now they have to go to a new place and there's a
lot of porno sites they can go to.
Yeah, but see, little OnlyFans, right? Yeah, it's porno without doing the porn. Do some shit, and you don't gotta shoot a porn scene, and you was making crazy amount of money because you had people who willing to subscribe to that monthly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, some people don't want to do porno, but they want to pose naked and post it, and people was subscribing.
Instagram, you can pose naked.
To an extent, you can't really do that on Instagram. To an extent, they're gonna take your shit there. OnlyFans, hey, shit, I'm about to make $1,000 off this one pic. Boom, picture. Oh shit, I just made $5,000 off this picture. Let me post something else. No, but we shall see. Time will tell. But I'm not the only one who felt this. I feel like that was just the whole narrative. Once they announced that, everyone was like, "Oh, that's the end. That's it." After that, nobody's gonna be talking about OnlyFans.
Let's see.
We shall see. By October 1st,
we shall see.
It's gonna get real. Now, moving on, talk about that's OnlyFans. We're gonna talk about, Meek started his own furniture line.
Now, you know I love me some Meek. You know I'm a fan of Meek.
It's a little different, rappers all doing their entrepreneurship, everybody doing their thing, but he started a whole furniture line, which is dope. It's cool because it's different.
I'm about to get rid of all my furniture.
About to get rid of it and just get all his shit.
And get all Meek. I'm about to be meeked out in this bitch. Listen, I'm a big fan of Meek. I think it's smart. Or the other artists, corner, clothes, shoes. Why not do furniture, Johnny?
That's what I said.
That's a smart ass shit.
It's different. So, he made some bread off that. That shit hit and goes. He could make a lot. It could be very lucrative to him.
Johnny, I would buy it. I would buy it. Listen, I went to Philly looking for Meek. Listen, I will buy it. I would throw everything away and buy it. Why not? Did you not see some of the furniture? Did you not see it? I mean, it looks dumb, but Meek has creativity. That's creativity. Why is it, right? And this is what I don't like. So I'm a person that when something gets posted, like on the Shade Room or World Star or whatever, once it gets posted, I like to go read the comments underneath the post, right? Why is it that Kanye can make some shoes that don't have no straps, have no material on it? It looks like dinosaur bones, but Meek can't make couches.
Well, you can make couches.
But people are on there saying, Johnny, people are on the comments saying like, this is stupid. Meek ain't no Bob the Builder and shit like that. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Yeah, y'all will spend $500-$600 on sneakers that don't have shoelaces, don't have no damn shoe. Like, you gotta wear socks. You bought those, didn't you, Johnny?
What? Nah. The Yeezys I bought actually is like a little like sneakers.
Okay.
But I know what Yeezys is talking about.
What they called? What the hell are they called?
I forgot what they called, but I know exactly.
If Yeezy can do that, Meek Mill can make couches. Don't y'all underestimate Meek Mill. Listen, I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all out here buying these damn ugly sweaters, cut up sweaters, and all this other shit, but can't buy a couch for Meek? Disrespectful as hell. Did you see the sneakers? I mean, the couches and stuff?
Well, I'm like looking at the site and like the page.
Oh, they call the Yeezy Foam RN and R. Those shits are ugly. At least Meek out couches and beds and all that good stuff. Coming. Check Meek's couch.
But what I was gonna say, oh god, yeah, those Yeezys is terrible. Anybody buy those is just trolls. But I think I'm looking at the site. I don't know if it's Yeezy's actual line or more of like his interior designs, like more of a, if you want to live like Meek, buy these things. So this is what Meek owns. So it might be a little. I don't think it's an actual furniture line. It might be something a little bit different. But it's like, if you want to live like Meek, buy this. If you want to live like Meek, buy this bed, buy this couch. This is how Meek's living. It's more of like trying to live like Meek. So it's like selling his lifestyle. So I'm pretty sure it's like a partnership deal. Still gonna make money off of it because people.
But we buy into lifestyles all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kanye, we buy into his lifestyle. That's why we buy his stupid ass sneakers and his dumb ass clothes. We buy into, who else's lifestyle we buy into? We buy into Fenty. My whole thing is, if we buy into lifestyles, why not buy the furniture? The furniture is more important. Go furnish your house.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying, like, if you're gonna support, if it's an artist you rock with, he's doing something different, go support. That's it. Like, and people like some rappers, Meek choose himself how he lives, and a lot of people want to live like Meek. Don't got the funds to do it, but you can have your crib looking like Meek Mill crib. Buy a table, couple chairs, and a sofa, and boom, the crib.
That's gonna be me.
Crib looks just like Meek crib. Probably not.
In a few weeks, guys, my background, y'all gonna see me living in Meek's house.
Y'all gonna see crib not gonna be the same size as Meek's, but it's the closest.
Johnny, but you don't need to do that.
No, I'm
You
not
don't
talking
even do
about you. I'm
that.
talking about in general. I'm not talking about you, Bree. I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about rappers selling their lifestyles to their fans. Obviously, their fans want their best to do what they can to live like to the rappers. That's just how it goes. So, well, celebrities in general, people want to live like their favorite celebrity, and they don't have it. And I'm saying that's the closest you can get without actually, that's the closest you get. Couple of things in front of you, move around the crib, and boom. Your crib looks just like it. Obviously, it'll be a replica, but it's not going to be the same size as his crib. I'm talking about celebrity that's making millions. That's and I was generalizing.
Listen, my house is gonna be like me, just like me. Okay.
Exact replica.
Don't hate.
It's gonna look just like
exact. I have to see his house, so I hope he invites me so I can see his house.
Well, it's based off his crib in New York. That's his. That those pictures. That's
I'm still trying to find that crib in New York.
That's so the apartment he owns. It doesn't state the address, but he just.
If I buy all the Meek's furniture, I'm pretty sure I want.
Well, you know what you gotta do. You're just gonna have to look closely in them pictures and see what you see in the background. See what you see. Look in the background hard and be like, oh, I know what borough that is. It's probably Manhattan. Looking at it, zooming in the background, somewhere in Manhattan.
Oh, Johnny, you really helped. He's somewhere in Manhattan. Nice.
There's not much I could tell, and I zoomed in as much as possible. Well, obviously he's not there now, but in the picture.
You don't know where Meek. I'm tired of you and everybody else telling me where Meek is. I know where Meek is.
I can't tell you where.
That's the problem. But you just said right now he's not in New York. I'm tired of you telling me. I'm tired of everybody telling me where Meek is. I know where Meek is.
Look, it says it in the article. The first thing in the article, it's located in Tribeca, it's downtown on the west side. That apartment is located downtown on the west side.
I'm tired of y'all telling me where Meek is. I know where Meek is.
Living his best life. I don't know where he's at.
No. I know where he at. I know his location.
Okay.
Don't say okay like that. I know him.
I don't know where he's at, but
listen, I will buy his furniture. I think you guys need to stop hating on Meek. I think this is something different. I'm tired of seeing sneakers. I'm tired of seeing shirts and coats and all that other stuff. I want to see something different. And I think Meek doing couches and tables and all that beautiful stuff is different. And I hope he succeeds in it, man. I really do, because I love me some Meek, yes, but I think creativity is at its finest when you do something different. And doing a couch or doing a whole dining set, that's different for a guy. You usually don't hear guys talking about couches and dining sets and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So Meek, do your thing. These guys.
Thing, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He knows people want to live like him, so he sell shit. What he do best is just sell his life to people. They'll buy. Definitely will buy it. Moving on from Meek, we're going to seeing the trailer to BMF. I mean, 50 killing it with these TV shows. Seen the trailer or no?
I did.
Choosing, looking like you're not a fan of it.
It's another way 50 Cent made money. See, the problem, I don't really like 50 Cent. He irritates me. So whatever he puts out, I usually don't really entertain. So I've never entertained Power. I never watched Power. You
need to. Power.
No, I'm good. Power, and then I never. No, it's not. And then I listen. I'm not for 50 Cent shit. And then Raising Canyon look like, you know what Raising Canyon reminds me of?
What?
Get Rich or Die Trying. He has the same storyline. Like, nigga, okay, we get it. You brought up in the hood. Your mom was a dope seller, and you made it out the hood. Like, how many times are we gonna repeat this story? Go have a seat. And then
Power
Ghost, the son, that shit was. See, if that was my kid, he would have been.
You just don't like it. You watched it though.
No, I didn't watch it because my husband and my mom watch it, and so I'd be in the living room because I refuse to be shunned out of my damn living room for so y'all can watch a damn show. But I see them watch it, and it just doesn't make sense. I would beat his ass. His mouth is crazy, but that's just me.
Talking about Ghost son.
Yeah, Tyreek. I mean, I don't follow his trends. I don't like his trends. I don't know if I want to watch this. I don't know if it's.
Listen, obviously, well, I'm a fan of 50 regardless, but the TV shows all have hit.
Johnny,
Listen,
your rapper list needs to. I don't know what the hell.
Power speaks for itself, though. Like 50.
I'm talking about 50.
All right.
Period.
Yeah. I'm a fan of him, but we're not talking about 50. We're talking about the shows. We're talking about the shows, and BMF is obviously based on true events. It's obviously going to be exaggerated to an extent for TV, but it's based on true events. It's like you watch Snowfall?
Yes.
Snowfall?
No, I don't. But I do because my husband again watches Snowfall.
All right. Snowfall is based on a real person. Right. It is. You know, it's
right, but
exaggerated to an extent, but that's how BMF is most likely going to be. Not saying to compare the shows, but that's like the way it's going to be.
Listen, Johnny, my only problem is, again, we in a situation where it's his show.
Yeah, he helped get it across, but the people that it's based on wanted the show to come out, and 50 helped them get the show out. Because it stars.
Yeah, but anything he has a hand in, I feel like he tweaks it and does stuff that I don't.
He does. Listen, for the most part, everything show-wise he did, he's done all these. His helping hand that he put in, he's done these shows justice. They've worked out. You know, Power great, has some of his dry spots, but great. Then
Are we saying that because
what
you like 50?
Nah, I actually like the show. Like, listen, I've watched some trash shows that I've really like. Nah, I try to watch it and it's like I can't. Like I'm on my phone or I'm doing something like that. I gotta take the shit off. I'm gonna fall asleep. When shows are trash, I can't watch it. Even if someone I'm a fan of is doing the show, I'll try to, but I'll get to a point like, nah, I fuck with this actor or I fuck with this actress. This shit dirt. I can't watch this. And then, no, that's how it goes. But watching Power never felt like I was forced to watch Power. It just naturally was like, oh, nah, this shit fire. But like all shows that have lengthy times, it has its parts where it's a little dry, but they always, you know, did their thing. Power Universe is dope. He's on Power Book 3. Power second season of Ghost is coming out in November, and then in 2022 we got Power Book 4 with Tommy, and I think that's gonna be fire as well.
Listen, I'm just saying, are you watching this solely because you think it's gonna be a good show?
Yes, I anticipate it to be good. Legit. Listen, going into Power, because you gotta look at it. When Power first came out, we all knew 50 was doing movies, right? He was acting in movies. So therefore, 50 plays, he's a producer, executive producer, but he's mainly marketing. Like that's probably, one of the biggest things he does for all these shows is he market and get people to watch. So it wasn't even a guarantee like that show is gonna be crazy. You have to something to watch. But since, he put that out, so every show that he's attached himself to has been good. Did you ever watch For Life? It was based on the lawyer who in real life, Isaac Wright Jr. He went to jail and he got his law degree in jail and actually
I heard of it.
Yeah, so basically, For Life was good too. It's not on TV no more. Got canceled after 2 seasons, but it was a good show. It was a good show. I looked at it as one of those, how far could you go? Sometimes some stories you can't really go too far with a certain storyline. It was just one of those. It's
the same way he's going too far with Power. Listen, I just hope that this show, when I saw the damn preview, right, I'm like, yo, he's gonna try to he's gonna try to milk this shit. And certain things, it's okay to have one season of. This, he don't understand that. That's his problem.
Nah, I understand what you're saying, but I would say that, but it hasn't been bad. It's only milking it when you keep it going and it's bad. It's been good.
It's been bad.
Where? What's been bad? What show has been bad?
All of them.
You said all of them. It's all right. If you choose not to be a fan, but I'm happy for BMF, and also Big Meat's son is starring in there. He's playing his father.
I seen that. I like that.
So, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, they feel like people behind it that's connected to the story feel like 50's gonna do the story justice. So that's why they contacted him and he helped.
Listen, I hope he does. I hope he does. Listen, I'm not against it. I just feel like whatever, if he has his hand in something, it's overly produced, overly just dramatic. Like,
but you know, I looked at the trailer, look cool. It's taking place in the 80s. It's gonna be an interesting watch. You know, the story of how they came up and became.
I mean, I definitely will watch it to give my opinion. But I will not be watching it for enjoyment because I know anything 50 got his hand in is just gonna be overly dramatic.
He's doing this thing. 50 dominating music, now he's dominating TV. So
yeah, you pushing it. You pushing it. I don't listen. You pushing it.
I know why. You're not a big fan of 50 because you're a big fan of Taraji, and you know they've been going at it over the years on social media, the whole empire versus power thing.
Oh, you remember I'm a big Taraji fan. Listen, I saw her one day in Manhattan and I almost fucking froze up. She dead passed me and my husband, and I was just like,
that's
my whole opportunity to talk to her, but that's neither here or there. Let me say something.
That's a sword.
I feel like he is very disrespectful. No, I feel like he's a very disrespectful man. The way he talks to females, like if he runs them or if he could disrespect them, and I'm so proud of Taraji for not letting him talk to her or demean her in any way. It's not that. Me not liking 50 goes way back. I just don't think he's a good actor. I didn't think he was a good rapper. And I don't think he's a good producer.
Okay, but
obviously. So I'm hoping he does this movie justice. He's not good. He's not good. And I know you don't want to hear that. Well, but he's not good.
Disagree. Well, agree to disagree.
No problem. Let's
disagree. But his shows.
But I'm right, guys, because his shows. Y'all like them because. Why do y'all like his shows? Because it has gun violence and sex. For that, I watched this. I watched The Shot.
That's mainly TV. That's just what TV is. You gotta have action, story, drama, love, all that. A little comedy.
Listen, I don't care what y'all say. He can't act. He can't act.
I'm not saying he's the best actor in the world, but you know.
He's not the best. He's not okay. He's not a good producer. Listen. But hey, that's my opinion.
He may not be the best actor in the world, but he killed the Kanan role. He did his thing as Kanan.
Oh my God. He played himself. The fuck, Johnny?
And it came out good. It came out good.
What the fuck?
It came out good.
He played himself, nigga.
But the character came out good.
Everything he's done, he's played himself. Come talk to me when he plays somebody else. Listen. Yo, get the fuck out of here with that. Get the hell out of here.
Was a great character.
It was 50 cents.
All right.
Dude, how are you a great actor? You didn't act shit. You were yourself.
Was that?
Come on, Johnny.
It was.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Johnny.
Go.
Oh my God.
Something. But we'll agree to disagree on 50. It was more talking about the trailer. But you said you're going to check the show out.
Right. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this once we watch the show, guys, and we will then talk about how 50 Cent did producing this shit.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this. But pretty sure we'll be hearing more TV from 50 in the future. But moving on, in a more, back to music. I don't know if it was a retirement post or Kendrick is planning on leaving his label. But, Kendrick made a post talking about moving on, like after he drops, moving on to future endeavors. I don't know And then obviously Top Dog from TDE responded, basically wishing him his best in his future endeavors. So I don't know if it's a label, him planning to leave the label, or him planning retirement after his next project. Cause I feel like you could look into it in both ways. Like you could read into it that way. How do you feel about Kendrick's statement? You think he's leaving his label?
I thought he was retiring, and at first I thought he was retiring, and then I'm like, nah, not Kendrick. I still feel like Kendrick still has so much more to do, and I'm like, yeah, it can't be retirement. I think it's just him leaving that label.
Yeah, because at first I read it, I'm looking like, is he leaving the label? And I read it again. I'm like, this could look also like him saying he's gonna retire after his next project. That's how I looked at it too at first. And then the CEO of TDE responded, basically, said like he just wants to move on. So it's like also it shows that maybe he wants to leave the label or in a way. But it seems also that it could be that after whatever project he decides to drop, because it's been 4 years since he dropped Damn. Damn came out in 2017. So it's been 4 years since he's dropped the album. Maybe in this little hiatus he took, he probably just doesn't want to rap no more. I don't know. It could be a retirement thing, or he just wants to leave his label and go independent.
You know what I found funny? I hate when I hear rappers say they retire, right? Jay has said he was going to retire. So many rappers say they're going to retire and they never retire. I just feel like the term retire for rappers is never retired. Nikki says she was going to retire. Her has been featured on most songs out today. I'm just saying, like, I'm just personally saying, I don't think Kendrick's going to give up his rap career. I think he's just going to give up the label. And at this point, I feel like he don't need the label. Kendrick is Kendrick. Like you feel like he needs the label. I don't feel like he needs the label.
At this point, no. Kendrick's one of the artists that he doesn't really. He's at a point he don't need the label. You just put Kendrick in a room or put Kendrick anywhere, and everybody's gonna come see Kendrick. Kendrick's that type of rap superstar.
Right. So him leaving the label is him leaving the label, but to hear him or to think it needs him retiring, that would be sad.
Yeah, maybe it's just after years you just done with the label for whatever reason, choosing to move on. And he might sign with a new label or go independent. But the way I was reading it, that's how I looked at it. It could be also he was leaving or choosing to retire. I don't think he's gonna retire. So then maybe looking like he's gonna leave. No, he's gonna leave the label that he's been on this whole time. But that's just how I broke it down when I first read his post and
right.
TDE's post.
I think everybody did. I think everybody thought he meant retiring from rap. And I think if you go down and you read the comments, that shit was crazy. I'm like, he's retiring from rap? Like, that's crazy.
But yeah, I've been waiting some new Kendrick to come out. I think we're due for some new Kendrick. We'll be getting that new Kendrick whenever he decides, well, whenever he finishes up and decides to release it. I'll be listening. But yeah, he most likely, I don't know, he might take the independent route. If he decides to leave the label, he might just take the independent route. At this point, I don't see him and his status signing to any other label. Or maybe he might sign like a partnership deal with another label where it's like,
yeah, but I don't. Again, when I first read, I'm like, nah, that can't be. When I'm reading, and then I'm like, nah, it sounds like more from the label point of view, like he's retiring with that label. That's being put to rest. So
final album with TDE is in the works of being made, and whenever it comes out, we will all be listening. All right, this is an interesting topic. It's one of the more popular names because she definitely got her sports athlete. But I put her down because we're going to talk about the whole situation of not just her, just in general, women who do what who do what she did. If you ever know, social media has been a whole thing. Brittany Renner did the whole thing. She got her ball player, obviously got her pregnant. They had a kid, and as soon as they had the kid, she left. And then you see other posts of her talking about, there's like a social media old clip surface her talking about how that's her whole plan. But I feel like that's something that's been going on, but since social media has a more of a presence, so certain situations like this happen, more eyeballs take place and more people see it. But how do you feel about that whole situation? You think that that there's other women that also follow her mindset? Some interesting stuff.
See, my whole thing is, my problem is, if y'all as basketball players, baseball players, football players, who else got some?
Rappers.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm talking about the sports, sports players, right? If you out there raw dogging, you deserve for this shit to happen to your dumb ass. I'm being so serious, right? Because to me, it's crazy how we live in a world where these girls are gold digging or doing. I'm not even saying gold digging. Have plans, right? And for you to sit there and still, hold on, that to me is so you're disrespecting yourself, and at this point you setting yourself up for the kids and for the bullshit that comes with it. You setting yourself up. Am I wrong? Yeah. Most of these girls. Okay, it's not like a LeBron situation, right? Where LeBron met his wife in high school, whatever. Even though I'm pretty sure she knew she was like having LeBron. That's that was true love. He has that feeling like, yo, she didn't come after the money.
Let's say yes, that he might be a big NBA star, but you've been with him because it's not guaranteed. No matter even if you predict or whatnot, it's not guaranteed that the person's gonna make it. So
right.
You've with someone before the fame. You're with them before them, because obviously when the fame comes, the fame attracts everything. Fame attracts a lot.
Right.
So I don't know how people out here, but he was also been made case that he was young and she might have took advantage of a young ball player, but that's just like the
Johnny. I'm just saying you still know better. No matter I listen. You start telling your sons, especially when they talented, right? You start telling your sons at 14, 15, yo, wrap that shit up, okay? Mm-hmm. Wrap that shit up, because you don't know what that girl has in store for you. Listen, there's a lot of girls who do it, and there's a lot of guys who do it. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. You can spot these kind of girls from a mile away. And you can't tell me no, Johnny. You can spot those kind of girls. This wasn't her first trying to get a baby by an NBA player or a football player or anything. I feel like this girl has been aiming for this all her life. And for that, you can spot that shit a mile away. You can smell that shit from a mile away. You want to not pay any attention to the signs or look at the warning signs. That's your business. That's your thing. That's why your ass get trapped.
Now I understand what you're saying, but unfortunately, there's people in this world that's just oblivious to shit.
Nah. You're not oblivious to anything. If it quacks like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck.
No, I'm just saying, I feel like obviously I can't speak to how he was raised or how he was brought up, but certain people, you brought up in certain places, this and that, not to do this, that, and that, And when you get in a situation, you know what is like, all right, stay away from that, stay clear of that. But I feel like that also plays a role, and
I get that, Johnny, but you see the signs. It's signs that's given to you. Whether you want to pay attention or you want to focus on that, that's your business. But then I don't feel sorry for you. You know you live this high class life. You know you a star or whatever you may be. Even if you a bench nigga, you know they after you for one reason. Like even bench niggas should know this shit. Like there's no sympathy for that shit. You niggas are raw dogging girls out here that's is there's no future with.
Listen, it's tough, and there's women out here that's trying to get that, that come up, and unfortunately, the situation is like a come up situation, because as soon as I don't know the status, but I feel like I don't know if she filed for divorce before she gave birth or after she gave birth. But
why does it matter when she filed? She knew exactly what she was doing.
No, yeah, no, I'm saying it just looks a little more clear cut when you do it in a certain time. When, like, if you're doing it like after the fact, it's like, like what this whole shit was a sham. You know what she was here for. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's just when it happens, it's more clear cut. Like that's what it was. What this whole shit was. But it's just how it goes. Like you get some, like I said, you get the fame. Listen, a lot of people also like, you say you should know better, but once you get a little bit of fame, where it may be, C list.
Yeah, you strap this shit up.
Yeah, you say that, but till you meet someone that talk a good game to you and you don't know how to, listen, there's some people that could talk a good game to you, and there's people that get people every day. Every day, just talking their shit and boom, con them out a whole bunch of money. That's just shit that happens every day in the world. So, someone who's young that doesn't really know the fame and stuff like that, met a girl, pretty girl, and shit happened. But it's something that goes on inside. Just know if you know you're on path for fame, just gotta be on the lookout. All the people that's trying to be nice to you might not be genuinely nice. They being nice to you for a reason. So that's how you just gotta look at it. He got a little, he has a little fame. He's a ball player, doing his thing, and this situation happens. But it ain't the first, and it won't be the last, and we'll definitely hear more of situations like this coming in the future.
I mean, the hell, you only hear stories like that. So that's why you niggas need to strap it up. That's why you niggas need to be smart about the shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just confused on why we still saying the same stories.
That's just how life be. History just repeats itself. So if it happened in the past, someone's bound to repeat the same shit in the same exact, like literally each and every step, same way. But it's a story, interesting stuff. We're moving on. Another interesting topic, Dav brought it up, and he felt like it's something that he felt that he's seen on social media has been talked about. Talked about is
right.
the need of the black artists feeling that they need to be validated to cross over by getting a feature of a white artist. So the fact
right.
that do black artists feel like they need the white artists to cross over mainstream, which is interesting topic, but I feel like it in certain situations it depends. In my opinion, I think it depends because sometimes I feel like it depends on what kind of music you do. Like if you're doing a certain type of music, you're gonna cross over regardless.
So I'm gonna give you an example, right? And I don't know if you followed her or like if you even entertain her. So K Michelle, right? She was an R&B singer.
Yes, I don't see this.
Right. She was an R&B singer. Now she's going to country music. But here's the problem. While doing a show in Nashville, she insulted country singers, saying that she'll be the best country singer. Ain't nobody fucking with her on that country singing level.
No, she's confident, obviously, and
but here's the problem.
Came in the room. No,
the country singer world is very knit tuck, very close knit. They have their own supporters, and their supporters do not play that. So you would need to get in with the country singers in order to get
that's right. And predominantly, I don't know any country singers of color. I could be wrong, but I've actually never heard of a country. Well, when Lil Nas X first came out, he tried to do the country shit. But other than that, I don't know of any. And
you don't know of any country singers. You don't know.
No. I said country singers of color.
Right.
Like minority country singers. I said other than Lil Nas X coming out saying he wanted to do the country shit at first. Other than that, I don't know of any. So therefore, in that field, country music, to really like cross over and to really be validated, you do. That's why Lil Nas example. That's why Billy Ray Cyrus, who's a country singer, jumped on the Old Town Road remix.
Right.
And that helped cross him over. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like that's something. It depends on what kind of music you do. Like
I don't think it depends. If we go back to Justin Timberlake and Timberland, I feel like because Timberland jumped in, made most of his makes most of his music, he was able to be invited to the barbecues, right? At one point, Miley Cyrus used rappers and used her craziness to become again part of
black culture. I understand what you're saying, but
I don't think it's the type of music. I think it's just who you know and what you know. And at some point, again, and I used to tell my husband all the time, I think Miley's using the black community. And when shit got nasty and shit got rough, Miley surely did went back to country singing and fuck all of us, right? Then after that, I didn't see her do no music with black people. I didn't see her do anything for the black community no more. She was over it, right? So to me, they have always used, and it's mostly white, unfortunately, predominantly white people who use the black community to slide in to be invited to the fucking barbecues.
I feel like I understand what I'm completely saying, but I feel like that's a different conversation than what we're trying to have. We're talking about as a black artist, you feel like, all right, as a black artist, that you feel if I'm trying to make it, I need this feature from this major big white artist versus just
yes, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to say they do it all the time. It's not again. Black people are now learning from these white people how to get into these communities. It's not about what type of music you put in there. It's basically us learning that, okay, in order for us to slide into the pop genre or into, country genre or anything that's out of the hip hop R&B genre, you're going to need a white person to get where you want to go. And then once you get there,
and that I understand what you're saying, but that's also different. We're talking about a white artist. White people behind the scenes is a whole different conversation.
I'm talking about white artists. I am talking about white artists.
But how many? I know. When we were talking about this a couple of days ago, Dev named a couple. He named a couple of artists that have done it, but I haven't. Like, if you look at all the biggest artists in the game, R&B.
You don't remember when Jay-Z made that remix
with Linkin Park?
That shit made Jay-Z known in the white community. You think Jay-Z didn't know I'm gonna use these white people to get into the community. Johnny, listen.
Listen, that was a good example. That was a good one.
I'm telling you, Black people have been doing it for a while. Nelly did it too. He did it for.
He did the country song with the country artist.
I'm telling you, we saw white people use us to get into our lane. Black people then said, forget this. Listen, let's be honest. Come on, man. I can name a few more.
No, but
that we have used.
Those are good examples.
To get into the white, we have used to get into the white community. Snoop Dogg did it for one song too. I can't remember completely, but
Katy Perry had the song featuring Snoop.
Right.
Katy Perry had the song featuring Snoop.
I mean, even though Snoop is big in the Black community, that was a big pop song, and that was played all over.
I think that's the only one I could think of off thing. But Snoop is always gonna be around because Snoop is Snoop. He has like his own following, his own fan base. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just feel like obviously, yes, some artists feel like if I get this white feature is what really is gonna cement me in this place and I could take off from that. But I don't know. That's why I said I think it varies on situations, but you probably most likely the way the industry is set up, most likely that's what you need to that feature is what you need to solidify yourself.
What do you mean?
Like, no, as a Black artist, as a minority artist, you get that white feature or the white co-sign from an artist, and boom, you'll cross over and become bigger than what you are. I still know you name some good examples. But I feel like even with that, there's still certain artists that never had that feature, that's still big. I could be wrong, but I feel like there's certain artists that never really did that. You name good examples, but I feel like there's certain artists that's still out there that haven't had that same or haven't did that feature with the white artists and still was able to cross over.
Who?
Okay. Thinking. I you don't hate me for this, but Kanye. Kanye became Kanye because Kanye. I don't see there's a.
So Kanye didn't use music, but Kanye did that shit to Taylor Swift, and that shit became the house of Kanye, and why people started to look.
Well, he felt what he felt. He shouldn't have gone on stage. It's fucked up. That was not his.
No, we talking about using white artists. Kanye used that moment, that white artist, and you know what I'm talking about.
No, I guess you could say that, but that's one. Who else? I'm just trying to think of the top tier artists of right now. What about Drake? I feel like Drake became Drake because Lil Wayne was so hot, and then Nicki was so hot, and then he just came in under the. I don't think he had to do it. Probably has a song with white artist.
Right, but I don't think.
But he's probably way bigger than the white artist he did the song with.
Right, but I don't think he's like the biggest artist. I don't think he's.
No, currently he's at least.
I'll give you that one. But
top three.
But we don't. We see the thing is, I feel like if you did a song with Justin Bieber, you use the white community. Justin is not Black.
Yeah, but
so if you did a song with fucking Justin Bieber, you use the white community to get on the white side.
Yeah, but
Justin Bieber is like the white community.
It's more of they both from Canada. You know what I'm trying to say? They're both from Canada.
I don't give a shit. If we're not talking about where you from, we're not talking about where you're from. We're talking about you using this particular race to get where you want to get. So if you did a fucking song
what
with
song
Justin
about
Bieber,
Justin Bieber?
I'm not sure. I'm not saying Drake. I'm just saying period. If you have done a song with Justin Bieber, you basically try to get into the white pop community
Shit,
because white people love
you
Justin
heard?
Bieber.
Shit, on Justin Bieber's very first song, he had Ludacris on it. But
there you go, Ludacris used Justin Bieber to get into the white community.
Ludacris was doing he ready to the Fast and Furious movie.
That doesn't mean shit. Again, that was a black-based black movie.
A lot of people watch Fast and the Furious.
He was in the second one. He wasn't even in the important one.
But he was,
and I think he did Fast and the Furious after he worked with Justin Bieber.
No. They was working on it. The song Justin Bieber came out in 08 and the movie came out in 09. You know how movies you work.
All right, well he definitely used Justin then too. There you go.
Yeah, at that point, Luda wasn't even. That's like when Luda was on the step out of rapping and moving on to movies. I just named the situation. I'm just saying. I just named the situation.
I'm just telling you, he used Justin.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on what you. I feel like it's the genre of music because then we can name like R&B singers, and I'm just like they're big. They're still big to this day.
Who is big? Listen, you're not.
Oh look.
You're missing the point here.
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example, and then I feel like there's another good one. Usher's as big as he is, and he was the one who helped discover Justin Bieber, but he was already Usher before that. I don't get that one. That don't count.
No, you're not listening, dude.
So
the point is Usher's an R&B singer. He's only known really in the black community. Now, listen, we're not talking about black community. We're talking about these black artists using these white people.
Global. We're talking about becoming global.
Right. Usher was not global until he invested into Justin Bieber and people knew that he was Justin Bieber's manager or Justin Bieber's whatever you want to call it. And then he started doing like pop shit and more of like white stuff. But before that, nobody fucking, you go to a white person and you try to sing You Remind Me. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? Because at that time,
that person's hit.
Listen, that wasn't a good example, my dude. I'm telling you, in order, a lot of people have used listen, Rihanna did it. Rihanna used
I was gonna bring up, but I wasn't too sure.
She used white people twice. She used Calvin Harris, This Is What You Came For, and she used Stay, Mickey Echo, which was like one of the hottest producers. Listen. She knew what she was doing. She got to get into the pop life, and she knew exactly what she was aiming for. Listen, I don't have nothing wrong with it, and I don't see nothing wrong with it because white people do it all the time to us. So black people in return do it to them. And that's how we get on the pop charts. That's how, listen, Cardi B did it. She did it with Avril Lavigne. Right? That's the thing. Yeah. She did that shit, and that shit was a hit. Not all white people know her name.
Cardi B is Cardi B.
Nah.
I feel like I understand the statement, and I don't disagree with the statement. I'm just saying I felt like there were certain artists that was able to cross over without that. Became a household global name without that. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying majority of them use white people to get across as well. And I personally, again, we talking about, do I see anything wrong with it? No, I don't see anything wrong with it. I personally,
this is how this is set up. Maybe we gotta be a little much fixing in the industry, and it won't be that way.
What do you mean? A little more fixing?
I mean, like the industry being structured that you can't become this global household name unless you get a feature that has to transfer you over instead of being built and marketed to cross over.
You think Justin Timberlake would have been able to cross over by himself?
He probably would have been a different artist if he chose a different route. he wouldn't probably be as big as what he is now. But that's my point. It's like obviously both sides, minority, white, they use each other because at the end of the day, there's followings on both sides, and when both sides followings come together, makes the following even much bigger than what it was before. So, you know,
right.
but I think the more of the statement is the fact that do we feel that Black artists feel like that's what they need to cross over. I think that's like more of
yeah.
So
yeah.
So that's the answer, and that's basically the whole part of the discussion. Is like, do they need the white artists to cross over to become much bigger and global? Is that cosign from that white feature or that white producer, and boom. And sometimes I feel like you said, you brought it up. It works both ways. Like you try to reach a certain crowd, or you work a certain genre of music. That's something that's gonna be required. So white.
Listen, unfortunately, Black people are gonna always need a white artist to make it over or to become this global sensation. Unfortunately,
that's why I said maybe
white people have this club shit. That's what it is. It's club. It's a club. It's
That's what I said. Maybe something has to be tweaked in the industry where it changes the narrative. Where instead of
because I don't want to accept white people in my shit. I did it one time for John B. And if y'all guys don't know who John B is, I'm going back to the 90s when they don't know. That's the name of the song. Look it up. I accepted him. I still haven't accepted Justin Timberlake.
Really?
Hell nah! I don't like his music.
Sometimes people some music not for everybody, you know? Like
right, but I didn't like Miley Cyrus either.
You know, like your husband hates Eminem for whatever reason.
He sucks.
Oh my!
Tell me one good song. Oh, it's all depressing and talk about death.
But he's an amazing rapper and it's great. It's just it is what it is. You like what you like.
Well, you like 50 Cent, so I mean, yeah, that says a lot. That says a lot about your character.
It's 50 music fire. Definitely is. Oh, that Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh yes, that album right there was trash. But I'm just saying, in the world, again, I don't think nothing needs to be tweaked. I think the same way they need us to get into our lives and our
they use them for the same purpose.
Right. And that's what it is, Johnny. They need us to be their heroes. So why can't we?
No, I'm saying they definitely need us with certain genres of music. They try to make it big in a certain genre of music. They definitely do. They need that cosign from that producer or artist. It's always gonna be like that. No, it's always gonna be like that. But it's an interesting discussion. This is a new episode of another City Opinion Pod, and it's a wrap.